So a lot of people might think that cannibalism is illegal or not not recommended or highly discouraged because you eat human flesh, it can make you sick. That is kind of true. It's kind of true. It's not 100% true. It's just your brain. If you eat a human brain, you will get sick and you will die. There's little organisms called prions in there. It gives you the human version of mad cow disease. Like cows, I don't think can eat cows at all. It will make them sick. But if you eat a human brain, yes, it will fuck you up. Anything else, you prepare it and cook it properly, it'll be fine. You'll be okay. However, I still don't think if someone came with legislation saying, listen, it's perfectly okay. We can take people if they volunteer for this or the families are fine with it. We got dead bodies and we got to package this. I don't want to go to a supermarket where human flesh is being sold. I just don't fucking want that. I can't give you a moral reason. Like I can't. But it is something I just don't want. So we all have those beliefs in some sense. You can find way more than that. But conservatives just have some that seem crazy to me and not to them. You know what I mean, John?
So I understand what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is that there is a lot, like a rational argument against legalized cannibalism.
Oh, let's go.
Because I agree. Like if it was just like blanket, there's no in a vacuum, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cannibalism should be legal. Like who gives a fucking shit? It's a dead person. They don't need. They don't care about their body. Like they're dead. They don't exist. They're harming no one by eating that person. However, if we were to legalize cannibalism needs to be illegal for the same reason that selling your organs needs to be illegal. Because if you make it legal and people learn how to make money off of it, a lot of motherfuckers are going to die over it. It's going to be very bad. If you let Monsanto exist in a world where cannibalism is legal, a lot of motherfuckers are going to die. So it's better to just not open that fucking can of worms, because once you open it, I'm willing to say it's a slippery slope argument.
I was right, John.
It is a slippery slope argument.
Sounds suspiciously similar to a slippery slope argument right here.
It is. I will admit it's a slippery slope argument, but here's the thing. We don't gain much from making cannibalism illegal because 99.99999% of people won't do it anyway. But if you let a company generate demand for cannibalism legally, it's going to happen. It is. And it's better to never let that happen.
Oh, John, how the mighty have fallen. John going with the most philosophically weak argument at all, the slippery slope. I mean, it's the same thing like conservatives with like gay marriage. Like, well, we have gay marriage. Next thing you know, people be marrying animals. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Like, it's like...
Here's the thing. I'm not against people marrying animals. No fucking problem with that. They want to marry an animal, go ahead and marry an animal.
All right, so like if
that's different. You're hurting a sentient creature at that
point. Wait a minute. What do you think the marriage is for? So hold on. What do you all right. All right, so can it consent to a marriage?
That's interesting.
I mean, how's it gonna sign the document?
My dog consents to our relationship. You know, like I'm not.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
She doesn't. If I open the door, TJ, she would not leave.
John,
she's very glad to be
here.
No, consent to a relationship.
No. Listen, your dog is a being that doesn't know the situations. It couldn't possibly consent to this because it doesn't understand the relationship. It has Stockholm syndrome because you feed it and give it shelter, and so it's like, oh, I love you now. It's not a consenting relationship.
TJ, shut the fuck up.
Just like, but look, the animals thing is true too. Like, why is it okay to eat animals but not to fuck them? And people will say that, well, you can't have sex with the animal because it doesn't consent. It sure as hell doesn't consent to be slaughtered and eaten either. We don't give a fuck about that. So I will admit we are really arbitrary on things that are good that we like and say, well, that doesn't harm anyone because there is a giant list of things that doesn't harm anyone where I'm like, fuck no.
Fucking philosophical clusterfuck because
It,
Damn. I actually, you might be convincing me that animal cruelty should be legal right now.
what?
You
Wait a
might,
minute. Should be legal. Like you should be able to be cruel. Why not? Because we already eat them.
logically speaking,
No, yeah.
if we can slaughter animals in a slaughterhouse, we should be able to kick them.
Well,
Like,
well, listen. All right. So the philosophy does get pretty deep with this because if the animal doesn't experience any pain, like say you like that machine they had in No Country for Old Men, where it just like punctured through the head, gone, and it's eaten. And when it's dead, it doesn't matter anymore, right? It's just a hunk of flesh. So that's if there's no pain involved. Is that more humane than actually kicking it? I would say it was. I think it actually is. That if you give it a humane death and slaughtering, then if you beat it for 10 years, I know which one I would pick. I would pick the death. So, yeah.
the things that we legalize, that we subject animals to in factory farming, you might want to argue that like we shouldn't have that, and
Yeah, I agree.
that might be the better argument. But
Yes.
as long as we have that, it's pretty silly to say you can't kick an animal. Like, it's pretty
Well,
silly.
well,
It's silly.
no, I don't think it's silly. I don't think it's silly because it's kind of like the vegan argument that John and I have gone on record many times that the
You're right,
vegans are
yeah.
right. The vegans are correct. I hate to admit it. Actually, no, I have no problem admitting it. It's true. I've tried being a vegetarian vegan. I just haven't tried hard enough because morally, they have the high ground. I will absolutely see that. And but when you go on from there, like how you treat animals after that, besides eating them, that's a little more tricky because is it like raising animal as a pet, like your pet, your dog or your cat or something like that? Yeah, they didn't consent to that relationship. They don't know enough about the system to actually choose if they want it or not. But if you let them go, they're going to be worse off, right? They're going to live shorter. They're going to get sicker. They actually are better off with you. There's not a lot of easy answers to it, but I just try to land on the causing as little suffering as I can, which is why I think, yeah, I don't think it should be okay to beat animals and torture them, like just for cruelty for the sake of cruelty. I'm going to vote against that every time, against a being that can feel pain.